G'day and welcome back to Duxoil Gaming and LakeLand Vale, a map by Stevie. This is Farming Simulator 19 and we are continuing to build our farming empire here on Lakeland, and we continue to harvest our field. This is field 21. It's a field that is nowhere near flat. Very deceiving, but it has a lot of rise and fall that we've spoken about previously. But anyway, welcome. So we are continuing on where we left off in the last episode pretty much. We are continuing with the harvest like we just said. We've also got our grass work happening over in the southern fields, field 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, sorry. And we are also going to be doing some windrowing over there and some baling most likely, although I don't know if I have a baler now I think about it. But anyway, we are going to get some work done. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to offload this John Deere. So this is the second loop he's done around this field. He hasn't caught on fire yet, so that's a bit of a miracle. And also this tractor hasn't caught on fire yet either. So we're all good. We're all good. So it's a positive day. Positive day. We'll see how things go. All right. So once we offload this guy, we're going to head on up and just park again with the truck. We're not going to offload as yet. I don't see the point in really necessarily doing that, so that's okay. And in fact, no, what we'll do, we're going to leave him there. Let's just go and find another tractor and get some stuff done. Right, let's just clean up this grass from all of our messy sheep. So we'll clean the grass up. Alright. Call on the, what's in there? Right, so we're going to do some just general work around here, I guess, and just clean all this up. We'll have to check to see if we've got any bales as well, any wool bales. So we'll do that as well. And, oh, in fact, we'll just leave that in here. We'll just leave that in the bucket. There's not enough really to worry about. So we'll just leave him there. Right. So let's move on to the next. Here we go. Have we got any? No, haven't got any wool, so that's okay. Our sheep are over there. They're all. Let's check on the status of the sheep while we think about it. We've got plenty of food. Cleanliness is now fixed, so they're okay. So our sheep are nice and happy, which is good. It's always a good thing. All right, we'll move on along. And here's our Voltra. So I think we might use the Voltra and go and do some windrowing. All right, so let's get him going. Right, I thought we right, there we go. Take the pottingers off and away we go. Now I've got two options. I've got the Shinkle or I've got the Coon here to use. I think this time we might use the Coon. There's something different. We'll just use the Coon. We do like the Shinkle, the good Aussie windrower there, but not necessarily know it by name, but that's okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to grab this guy, we're going to head on over and we'll do that until the combine is ready to be emptied again. So we'll continue on. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Everyone's all well and all that sort of stuff. We are well here. It's the same day we're recording as our last episode. Trying to again get some videos in the queue so as we can make sure we've got content coming out for you each and every day, and where possible, possibly even 2 a day, but we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves there at the moment. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to windrow all this. We're then going to look at baling it, and we also have to put in our bale storage sheds. So once we finish windrowing, we might go and find, if we've got time in this episode, we might go and actually have a look and see exactly where we're going to put our bale storage sheds. We've got a few different options around the farm, but we need to also work out how many we're going to put in. So are we going to put just in for square bales, and we just deal exclusively with square bales, or we're going to use round bales. Probably unlikely to use the round bales because of the lay of the land. We have such well, you can see through here the land is just so so undulating that I don't think using round bales is going to be a good idea, because although then again they just all roll down in the middle there, wouldn't they? So I think square bales is going to be our one and only option. So then we just need to determine, well, what sheds do we need? Do we need one for hay? We'll need one for hay. We'll need one for grass. Do we need one for silage? Are we going to do any silage bale work? Do we need what else? That's it. So yeah, we just need to work out what we're going to do exactly with it. So, but I'm sure that will happen. All right, so we'll continue this and see how we all go through here. I'm not so sure whether this is any wider or not than the Shinkle. I think they're about the same actually. But this is a little bit easier to maneuver, just purely from the fact that while it is as wide, it's not as long, so it does turn a little bit better in some tighter areas. So we're going to bring this up. We'll go up around the outside here first, and then the second line will sort of tie it all up and bring it in, so we just have the one windrow. As you can see, it's not quite wide enough there to pick up all of that, but that's that'll be sufficient. So when we come back around through here, through here it's almost wide enough. We'll pick that up anyway. Now what we are going to do as well, obviously in the nearish future, once we've got a bit of dollars under our belt, we are going to get a big M, whether it be the 450 or the big M 500. I'm not too sure as yet, but rest assured we will be getting a big M on the farm, and then we won't have this problem. We won't have to worry about the windrowing, won't have to worry about the putting it into swaths or anything else like that, because the big M will do all that for us. The magnificent machine that it is. Whoops. Right, let's get this all straightened up. Okay, right, let's put this on cruise control. There we go. Not driving very straight today, Duck, but anyway, that's okay. Right, so we got all the mowing done, as can be seen, all in between the fields through here. So all we got to do now is windrow all this and then collect it as we need to. And there we go. So the combine harvester is emptied, so we need to just head on over there. Right, he's there on the corner, and we need to grab this guy and head over and unload. Now he's in this back corner, so instead of going all the way around the field, we're just going to cut back around over through here, around the telegraph pole. Come out the road and come back in on this side of the field over here. Come back through here and unload him, and then we can continue on. Now this thing you'll see later on, when he starts getting full, we'll start to really struggle going up those hills because of the slope. It's okay, I know I keep saying it, but it's a very, very deceiving amount of slope there. And a lot of the implements in that do struggle at certain times. Alright. This will be another load. I think this is about the 4th or 5th load we've had now. So he basically does about a half a field at the moment. So as in, while he's doing the header rows, he does 2 sides, and that's basically a full load for him. As soon as he finishes, we'll scoot out of the way, because I'm just worried he might try and reverse or do something silly. We saw what he did in the last episode in relation to turning, although I think with the changes we made, that was my fault, not his. Oh, right. Okay, he's off. He's alright. Alright, what we will do is we'll take this up the top. Yeah, so he did struggle with some of the turning, but I don't think that's so bad at the moment, so that's alright. Alright, I think I can. One hand on the steering wheel, one hand on the fire extinguisher. That's how we're driving this thing. And no, it's okay. That joke doesn't get old. It's about as old as what the John Deeres do. But anyway. Alright, we'll just move on though, because I don't want to be accused of John Deere bashing, even though that's what we do regularly on this channel. Alright, so he's okay, he's up here now. We won't leave him on the field. I don't want to cause any unnecessary compaction issues. This thing shouldn't really compact the field too much. But we'll leave him just there like so. Alright, shut him down. Alright, let's head back over to our Voltra, where we can continue on with windrowing for a little bit until we get another full load in the combine. Right, so the other news that's come of hand lately is obviously we know now what the new DLC, or the next DLC, is going to be for Farming Simulator 19. And you probably would have known on this video I've got a RANT sticker on there, so I'm going to head into a RANT. Yes, how unusual, duck going into a rant about something about giants. And yeah, I am. I mean, we've got the Borgolt or Bojolt or whatever the hell you want to pronounce them, seeders coming. Now, I have seen a lot of people already commenting about how they're displeased with the DLC announcement as well. We've already got big seeders in the game. We want something new. We want something that's not in the game. Yes, okay, that brand might not be in the game, but giants, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about new and interesting things and equipment. Bring in some bloody irrigation systems or something, or bring in new crops. So what would be good is, okay, here's an idea for you, giants. Why don't you make an almond DLC? All right. Now, I say that I've got no idea about anything to do with almond farming. Okay. However, for those, most of you that have seen and you watch the Walker Farms channel, all that sort of stuff, they've recently gone to that big agricultural show in California, the World Agricultural Show. Don't even get me started on why the Americans think it's the world everything, but anyway. And they were looking at some of the almond stuff there. Why don't you do something unusual, giants, and bring in a new crop, bring in almond farming, bring in all the equipment that's available for the almond farmers to do almond farming. I mean, Christ, it can't be that hard. I mean, seriously, come out of your little cubicles, take the tinfoil hat off, and start thinking a little bit outside of the box. Obviously, you've all had lobotomies and you can't think outside the box, and you're just making it as easy as you possibly can. I get it. You're trying to make it as simple and easy as you can, so as you can build the game, the next game, around the new consoles, and be damned with the actual simulation element and be damned with the PC player. But I tell you, you are going to be driving away a lot of your players because they don't want to see the same boring batshit stuff in your game that we've had all the way along. Bring something new. Bring something innovative. Okay? It's even the same. I mean, okay, yeah, look, I didn't mind. I like the class DLC. I'll admit that, because I like the class stuff. But you haven't had any class stuff in Farming Simulator 19. Fine, done. Tick in the box. Done that. You brought in the John Deere. Fine, good. Tick in the box. But they still were very disappointing to the majority of your customer base because it's stuff we already have in the game. So what we want, as the grass grows very quickly here, as you can see, what we want is your customers, the people that are paying your salaries, the people that are buying your games, the people that may not buy your games if you don't start pulling your finger out and doing the right thing. We want some new innovative stuff that refreshes and innovates the gameplay. Not this boring as batshit, oh yeah, we've done this before, let's go do it again, they won't know the difference. Because that's effectively what you're trying to tell us you're doing. Okay, now there's possibly going to be some people that are going to sit there and say, oh, Duck, you're carrying on, you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. Well, no, I'm not. Look, I'm not a total Giants hater. I'm just very disappointed that from a game that I started with being FS17. FS17 was the first farming sim game that I really started into. I had Farming Simulator 13, I played it for 5 minutes and thought, this game is junk, who the hell would play this sort of rubbish? I then watched a couple of videos, thanks to a recommended list on YouTube, of Eustace Farmer and GrizzlyBearSims. And between the two of them, I became hooked on this thing, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. So they were putting videos out showing the impending release of Farming Simulator 17. So it was just on the death's knell of 15, moving into 17. And I don't regret it for a second. I don't regret playing FS17. I spent 4,000 hours, just shy of 4,000 hours. If you doubt me, check my Steam profile. All right, it was 3,000. I think I'm at 3,800 or something hours. Now, that is by far the biggest amount of game time I've spent in any game I have on Steam, and in fact, it probably combined all the other games on Steam. It still doesn't come anywhere near close. Farming Simulator 19, I'm at about 1,200, 1,400 hours, and a lot of that time, I'll admit, is spent AFK or doing behind the scenes type work preparing for video. So for instance, doing a video like this, I may end up spending an hour or 2 hours doing prep work for things like when a new map comes out. You spend a few hours setting it up, all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of that time is taken up with that. It's not necessarily just time I'm playing. But if Giants, if you can't see, if you can't take the proverbial wool out from over your eyes, and you can't see that your customers are yearning for new stuff, it's not just the fact that you're, I mean, okay, the console players, let's talk about this for a second. And look, I'm probably going to offend some of the console players here, and I really don't mean to. But the console players will probably be happy with almost anything that gets delivered to them because they don't get that much as what we do on PC, right? They don't get the plethora of mods that we get to use because of however many modders decide they don't want to put stuff on the mod hub because you're a pain in the ass to deal with in trying to get things approved and all that sort of stuff. And look, I get it. I understand you have a quality level you want to have and you apply that to the mods, all that sort of stuff. I understand that. But let's not talk about the quality because you don't have enough people doing it for a start, so we'll just leave that part alone. But the console people are pretty much going to jump at anything that comes their way because they are restricted so much in what they get to use and play with. PC guys, you come out and you say, oh, we're going to put the Bourgeois out or whatever the hell it's called, and we're like, we got the Seed Hawk, we got this, we got that, don't need it. And how many people did that with Class? I mean, let me know in the comments below. How many of you didn't buy the Class DLC purely from the fact that either number one, it was just the fact it was just another brand pack and you weren't worried about it, or number two, was it actually the fact that you've got enough tractors from third-party sites or whatever else, or non-Giants mod hub, and you just don't need another pack that's got a whole pile of tractors and combines in it and you just want something new? Let me know in the comments, right? And then we can actually look at that and say, well, look, out of these few people that watch my channel, you've lost sales because people don't want to buy this same shit again, right? But again, coming back to the console players, you probably get more sales from them because they don't get to see it. Because I would say, I don't know, look, I'm just spitballing here, there's probably 7 times the amount of mods are produced and available to PC players than what are available for the console. So I can understand why the console players would jump at the chance to have a DLC. Hopefully it's part of their paid subscription type pack and they get it for nothing. But anyway, that's another matter altogether. But I can understand the console guys just going, oh wow, look, it's just something new. We'll just be happy with having something new. But there's a lot of your PC players, I reckon, and this is just me hypothetically, I think that are just saying, you know what, I don't want that crap. I'm not going to bother giving him my money because we've already got plenty of it. So, I mean, look, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. So I think unless you announce some other really, really awe-inspiring type stuff for this next DLC and the next 2 DLCs after that, I mean, let's face it, you've said you're going to delay the next Farming Simulator game because of the fact that it's getting too close to the launch of the 2 new consoles. Well, I mean, hey, PC guys, read between the lines. What Giants are really saying is, hey, we're going to put all our development time into creating a console game, not the PC game. Okay? Am I being a little bit possibly presumptuous? Possibly. Am I being inaccurate? I don't think so. because I think that's the reality. They've made it very clear that the future for them in relation to farming sim is the console market. That's what they're going to go for. Hey, kudos to the console boys. Great, you're going to get more stuff. Excellent, you're going to get a game that's garnered for you. However, it comes back to the same argument we've had many, many times before. The problem with that is a lot of the people that are making mods are PC players. Now, if you're going to make everything go to console, and you're going to make... And look, I can't see you lessening your standards for making mods for Farming Simulator 21 or whatever the hell it is. You've already pissed off enough modders as it is with all your constraints, your change of the system, the change of the modelling and all that going to Farming Simulator 21. Farming Simulator 19. You may well not have anyone modding at all, if very few, for the next Farming Simulator game that comes out. So I don't know if Giants are actually sitting there and actually contemplating this. Someone said that, and look, virtually everyone says, well, okay, not everyone, all right, but there's a hell of a lot of people that say this game would be nothing if it wasn't for the mods. And it's true. If you were just playing the vanilla game, how long do you honestly think you would play the vanilla game? So, no maps, no mods. How long did it take us to get anything stuff on the mod hub for Farming Simulator 19? It took ages. People get bored very quickly. The advantage with having all these mods is you can shake it up. You can change things out very quickly. I can play this game today and then go, you know what, I'm bored of the Voltra. I'm going to get rid of that. And instead, in tomorrow's version of this game, I'm going to bring in all class or all Deutschfahr or whatever. I've got that flexibility. Whereas you're not going to have that flexibility if you don't have a modding community. Now, we've already seen that the modding community has taken a big hit. Lancy Boy has now quit. He's given up on modding. Bullet Bill hasn't been back in... He's not done any modding for Farming Simulator 19 because his opinions of the actual engine and everything else in regards to Farming Simulator 19 isn't as good. And I tell you what, if you haven't seen Western Shore, which he's now making available for Farming Simulator 17, and if you haven't seen that, go to www.simplysafemods.com. It's a mod site run by my very good friend Jerry, GrizzlyBearSims. And a lot of, he's going to create a place much akin to what FSUK used to do. It's a place where you can get mods from the direct authors and you know it's safe. So go check over that. Have a look at the quality of the map and the skies and everything else. There's a conglomerate of people. So there's Bullet Bill, there's Ian, there's Aiden, there's a whole pile of people that helped him produce that. And it basically started off as doing a private multiplayer map. And that thing is fantastic. The details in it. I haven't brought it to the channel, yes I know, because many others were doing the same sort of thing. They were showcasing it and playing it, including my good friend Jerry. It shits all over Farming Simulator 19. Sorry, that's just the way it is. It makes this look ordinary. It really does. And we've lost Bullet Bill. He's just not interested in modding for Farming Simulator 19 because it's not as good as 17. And I can't blame him. I mean, really, I can't blame him. And you look at the stuff he's created. He's not just created the map, he's created other mods as well, trailers and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic. And the innovation they've brought in and all that sort of stuff, it's fantastic. But anyway, I'm digressing from the original point. So, Giants, your DLC, yeah, great, you're going to bring out a cedar. But I tell you what, you better have something else in your back pocket because it's not going to be enough to placate all your viewers, or your fans, or your supporters, or your modders. That's my opinion. Do you agree with me? Hey, who knows? You might all be sitting there going, no, Duck, you're a dickhead. Don't worry about it. We don't listen to it. That's fine. If that's the way you feel, let me know in the comments. If it's not, let me know in the comments. Let's show... I mean, the chances of Giants watching my stuff is 2/5 of bugger all. But if we don't open the conversations, we don't start making things like this public, they're not going to know. And my problem is, I really, really think that Farming Simulator is well and truly on the nose dive. Sorry. I don't think it's going to have the longevity that they probably think they're going to have. And I think concentrating everything on consoles is not going to be in their best interest in the longer term. Short term, big cash, quick, fast money. Yep, happy with that. Don't think it's going to work. Anyway, we'll see. All right, I apologise for the rant, but like I said, please, if you're watching this video, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Do you agree with what I've said? If you don't, that's fine. Disagree with me. Tell me why. Happy to have a chat about it. But I really think, Giants, you need to pull your finger out of your proverbial and bring something new to the table. Not the same old crap and what you're bringing out at the moment. I've got enough said now. As you can tell, I'm really animated about it because I like the game. I really do. And it's a shame that I haven't been able to jump into the game and enjoy it. It sometimes just drives me batty coming in and playing the game. But hopefully, for the rest of you, we can hopefully try and make sure that Giants at least listen to some of us at some point and bring something nice and new to the table. All right, that's it from me. If you're happy with the rant and all that sort of stuff, please consider coming and joining us on Discord. We quite often have little rants and stuff on Discord. Come and join us over there. Join us on Twitter, join us on Twitch, join us on Facebook. Twitch will certainly be streaming quite regularly coming up very, very soon. Once our internet gets upgraded here, we will be regularly on Twitch as well. And the videos from Twitch will also be available on YouTube, so don't worry, that we're not going to go anywhere in that regard. But come and check that out. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Leave that like button if you liked the episode. If you didn't like the rant, press the dislike button. I don't care. But some of us have to actually start being a bit more vocal and not be a fanboy of bloody Giants and the shit they're doing. So let's get into it, boys. Let's tell them what we think. Leave a comment down below. And of course, if you like the episode, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, press that alarm notification icon so you're made well aware of when there's more videos on the channel. You can also use it as you're then made well aware of when to avoid videos on the channel, because I might be going into rant like today. I apologise for it being virtually a full-on rant video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We did a lot of grass work without talking about it. But I'm animated. Come on, Giants. Pull your finger out. Get things done properly. Let's get some decent stuff out here to support your game and really grow it. All right, that's it from me. This is Duck Sorley on LakeLand Vale. Take a breath, Duck. All right, we'll see you again very, very soon back here at LakeLand Vale and Duck Sorley Gaming. Take care of yourselves. Oh, I've forgotten. No matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where you are in the world, please take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duck Sorley Gaming. See you later. Bye.